Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel. In our top stories today, an illustration, if you will, of the framework, the framing of how the media paints a picture, an idea to give people an opinion about what is actually happening. Now, a viral video is going around showing a group of police officers in Minneapolis going through a residential neighborhood, telling people to get inside, and then firing paintballs at the residents that were on a porch. Now, the video is highlighted by suggesting, let's see, we got it here from the Hodge twins. Kamala VP Tim Walz sent his tyrannical agents into Minnesota neighborhoods to shoot citizens with paintball guns during COVID. Now, see, here's the thing, that they did go into the neighborhoods, they did enforce a curfew, and they did fire at residents on a porch, which is unbelievable. Right? Police officers are here to protect and serve, not engage with innocent individuals standing on a porch, despite the fact that they were instructed to go inside. And it's still the United States of America where we have constitutional law. But this should be a perfect illustration of this so-called democracy that the Democrats are trying to protect, which is actually multicultural authoritarianism that allows them to do just this right here, right, and get away with it in the United States, a constitutional republic. As we saw, of course, from the globalists in the EU trying to go after Elon about allowing people to post opinions about what's going on in the UK. And, of course, we already see what's going on in the UK. People are being arrested out in the street if they go anywhere near where demonstrations are occurring, or speaking out about what's going on with immigration or the asylum seekers. They're arrested and put in jail. And the crime, inciting, they say. Of course, it's absolutely ridiculous how the incitement is interpreted, just like we always say here on the BuzWeaver channel about hate speech. These things are through the interpretation, through the filter of the left. If they don't agree, if it doesn't align with their philosophy, ideology, and worldview, then you're wrong. You're the one who needs to be shut down. You're the one spreading misinformation and disinformation. And in this sequence, it may be correct, technically, that it wasn't involving COVID, but the idea that a curfew was being enforced during the protest and marches in a residential neighborhood, because we knew where most of it was going on was particularly around more business-related areas like we see in Seattle and in Oregon. So it's absolutely stunning to me that the media wants to come out and then make this clarification, as it were. But they don't do this when it comes to Donald Trump, particularly after he was there with the black journalist interview. He was having to wait 35 minutes for a technical difficulty they had, but I didn't see any mainstream media press covering the 35-minute technical difficulties that ABC had when they were going after Trump and Elon for the technical difficulties, which was a DDoS attack. So here we have from the Southwest Minneapolis, the Patch. No, Tim Walz did not enforce a Minnesota-covered curfew with paintball rounds. No, he didn't specifically enforce a COVID curfew. He enforced a riot curfew, if you want to call it that, or they may want to redefine my explanation. A May 2020 video where law enforcement shot paintball rounds at a Minneapolis residence, is going viral, accompanied by false claims. And it's not accompanied by claims. I mean, the video speaks for itself. There was a curfew. Regardless of whether it's COVID or whether it's George Floyd related, you're going through the streets of a neighborhood in the United States of America and firing at people with paintballs because you want to enforce a curfew that people should be able to go out into their front yard whenever they want to, at whatever time they want to, regardless of what's going on. So from Minneapolis, misinformation surrounding a May 2020 video recorded in Minneapolis is going viral as political opponents target Governor Tim Walz, the newly minted running mate of Vice President Kamala Harris. So you can't even go into the background of these individuals. You can't even show and demonstrate what's going on with these individual people because, of course, the establishment uniparty and the media work together to ensure that their ideology, their philosophy, their worldview, and their narratives are the ones that are actually shown. They will tell you what opinions to have. They will tell you how to vote. They will tell you how you need to conduct your life. And the problem is Americans have given up a lot of their freedoms to government, thinking that government is going to resolve and solve their problems, as we see what the Democrats do to many minorities in this country. It's very, very sad to see it. these individuals give up they go out and vote for these individuals, and then all of the promises and things that they were supposed to be given doesn't happen. A video from May 30th, 2020 shows law enforcement sweeping a small residential street in the White Tier neighborhood of Minneapolis. Authorities at the time were tasked with enforcing an 8 p.m. curfew in Minneapolis issued by Walz, who was seeking to quell the riots and violent protests that began in the wake of the murder of George Floyd on May 25th, 2020. In the video, officers yell at groups of residents to get inside now several times. The group was standing inside a residential porch and remained there for the moment. So let's take a look at the video. Hopefully YouTube will allow me to show it. There's no extreme violence or harm or blood or anything like that, because my video that I showed from the event there in Butler was age restricted. So we'll go ahead and play the video so you guys can see exactly what's going on and the way this law enforcement was carried out.
Oh, there's more. Look at this. They just keep coming.
Go! Go inside! Get inside! Get inside! Get inside! Get in your house now! Let's go! Light him up! Go inside now! Get in the house!
Get in, get in, get in, get in, get in, get in. Get in. Oh, God, that hurt. You good? You okay?
All right, so no one was injured. No one got hurt. They were just splattering the paintballs there. But extraordinary to think that in the land where the Democrats want to protect democracy, this is going on. It's absolutely extraordinary. We're going to take a little bit from that time period. This is going to be, well, all these video. Notice all of these articles and videos and information that I'm showing you today have all been edited. Look at this. This has been edited for August 2024. And then, of course, this original patch video probably didn't come out during that time. This may have come out now, but it has been edited at least it's been edited one time. And then, of course, we're going to go ahead and see this CBS News clip here that, well, the article has probably been edited, but we'll go ahead and just listen to this here from CBS News, Minnesota, WCCO.
Tuesday, the governor tweeted, "We will get answers and seek justice." Protests turned tense that day, and the next day, Wednesday, the governor said this.
I was saddened to see that some of the protesters were in harm's way last night, and I just want to encourage everyone to be safe, especially in light of the COVID-19 pandemic.
About 4 hours after that press conference, the mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Frey, called the governor asking for the National Guard, according to a state Senate report. There was reportedly confusion about whether that call constituted a formal request, something that has to happen to activate the Guard. A couple hours later, in a tweet, the governor asked people to protest peacefully and safely. At 9/11 that night, another request from then Police Chief Madera Arredondo asking the state in an email for 600 National Guard soldiers. But an independent review commissioned by the city found the request did not follow established policies or protocols. The looting and fires continued that night and into the next day. At 10:55 the next morning, Thursday now, Mayor Frey's office sent Walz a formal request for the Guard. By 4 p.m., the governor had them activated. That night, about 45 minutes after Minneapolis police abandoned the 3rd Precinct, the Guard tweeted more than 500 soldiers had been activated to the Twin Cities. Still, that night was not peaceful. This can perhaps be explained.
All right, so we get it now. Obviously, the rioting and so forth that was going on there is pretty self-evident. And the idea that the media would then come back and edit many of their articles and videos is absolutely extraordinary, to then try to make a clarification as though there was some intentional malice of misinformation, disinformation. But yes, of course, if you want to be technical, people were saying it was during COVID. So, all of these little nuances are absolutely absurd. But I want to thank all you guys across New Tech, as well as everyone here on YouTube, for your guys' continued support. And, of course, appearing there on the screen, that would be the channel icon. You guys can click on that to subscribe to the channel here on YouTube and get notifications when these videos are released. I will see all you guys in the next video.